cannot take this anymore. Saying everything I said before. All these words, they make no sense. I find bliss in ignorance. Less I hear, the less you say. You'll find that out anyway. Just like before. Everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break. I need a little room to breathe, 'cause I'm one step closer to the edge. I'm about to break.
Hi guys, it's BoredJeff02 here, and this is going to be my first commentary. It's going to be on a video made by the one, the only, Pissed Off Pearl, and it's a Doodle Tunes response video. You all know how these videos turn out. Pretty fucking awful. So if you're Doodle Tunes or the Slayer Demons 99 watching this, prepare to cringe and prepare to facepalm hard. Okay, right off the bat, that's a terrible intro. I'm not saying mine's any better, it's just pictures with like a park song, but still. Intros are officially dead. Moving on.
This needs to be said, I do not want you guys to go to today's Target for the purposes of giving them a hard time. Please do not pester these people at all. Thank you.
Can you smell that? Can you all smell that? It's just a shitstorm coming my way. Well, this is fun. I mean, I'm tearing apart a YouTuber that's much bigger than me. This is gonna be fantastic! Now, before we start, I just want to say something first before we get on with the review, or commentary, whatever you want to call it. Now, here's a tutorial on how to make a well-established avatar. Now, ask yourself, who is my favorite anime character? And it can't be a man, because it has to be a sexy, hot anime woman. So once that you're done with that, you just go and Google Images and you find pictures of your waifu and make it as your avatar. Now, with all the jokes aside, look at this. This is just lazy. All she did is she just got pictures of an anime character and just put it as your avatar. And you may be saying, hey Miles, your avatar looks like shit because it's just a bunch of circles. Well, at least I actually thought of something rather than just stealing it. So without further ado, let's look at John Enter's cavalcade of cartoon complaints.
So let me get this fucking straight. Doodle Tunes is lazy for having an anime character as an avatar used to convey her emotions in a commentary when you use a painted stick figure you rushed in MS Paint that took like 2 fucking minutes, when Doodle Tunes actually editing those pictures in her video to express her emotions for her avatar takes around 10-20 minutes. So you really think that's lazy? God, I'm not gonna like this video at all. It's only gonna get worse from here. Trust me, it will. And he's gonna start. Let's see what this bastard has to say.
Of cartoon complaints made by Doodle Tones.
This is a very special kind of bad from John Enter when it comes to his reviews. Yes, Mr. Enter can take things too seriously. Yes, he can overreact to jokes, and yes, it can be absolutely infuriating to watch him go on and on about morality. But this is him going out of his way to not understand jokes because the person in question is Seth MacFarlane, someone who Enter has shown to be irrational towards with a hate boner as big as the Washington Monument.
Well, you're kind of wrong, because Mr. Enter actually said that one of these clips or shorts or whatever you want to call them was actually good. But then your hate boner, or whatever you want to call it, towards John Enter started to kick in.
Of the shorts, this is probably the best.
But this is Seth MacFarlane's cavalcade of cartoon comedy, so therefore it's automatically bad, right?
Well, all he was doing was telling a joke about how everything in the short was bad. Sheesh, people say he can't take anything seriously. Here you are, doing the exact same thing that everybody criticizes him about.
Really? Dualtoons has a hate boner for the mysterious Mr. Enter. No, I think it's pretty obvious she doesn't. If anything, you have a hate boner towards Doodletoons. Doodletoons has pointed out how mysterious Mr. Enter takes jokes too seriously and how he commonly does not want to understand Steppenwolf's dark sense of humor. But you want to know that because you rushed his commentary and you made very shit points. Trust me, this is not going to get any better. It's really not going to be any better. At all. Dear Lord, I've only just fucking started.
You'll see that the animation style is very reminiscent of Family Guy. Like, exactly the same as Family Guy.
And this is just a shot in the dark. It's because it's by Seth MacFarlane, a guy who's very similar to Matt Groening in that when it's his style, you'll know immediately. Even playing devil's advocate that this could very well be scrapped skits. This could very well be American Dad. Why do you just assume it's Family Guy? Is it because that's all Seth MacFarlane is known for? Well, American Dad came out in 2005. Cavalcade of Cartoon Comedy came out in 2008. It's not unreasonable for us to assume that this could very well be unused jokes from American Dad.
Number 1, American Dad does not have any cutaway gags, and number 2, Family Guy and American Dad have different art styles. Even though they're created by the same person, they still have different art styles.
I think you're completely missing your point entirely. Dualtoons is not comparing their art styles. She was pointing out how these could be unused skits for American Dad. And American Dad does have a few skits / cutaways every now and then. Not as many as Family Guy, but granted they still have a few. And 2, what relevance does the art style argument have against her? Yeah, it has no relevance whatsoever. But I digress.
Have different art styles.
This would have been a lot funnier if we actually didn't see the mountain climber, and the shit inexplicably fell from the sky, like it actually was from God.
So the joke would only be good if there was no setup? Gee, Inter, it's almost as if jokes tend to have setups so the punchlines have a bit more fucking context to them.
And I totally agree with you on that point. All jokes should have setups. However, I think that there could have been a much better way of setting up this joke. Like maybe it showed the mountain climber after the shit fell from the sky.
And as for the pastor looking up, you're reading too deep into it. He could have been looking more often in the distance. If we want to apply logic here, the rock climber is directly over them. The pastor never moved his head to look directly up, so therefore he was looking more at the sky. But that's if we were to use real-world logic for a skit.
And if we used real-world logic, he would have looked up when he got shat on, so your point is pretty much invalid. Now, I could go on why this video is horrible, but I don't want to be here for like 40 minutes. And the main problem with this video is that she just keeps on going on and on with the same exact point and does not change any other point whatsoever.
Really? That's the best argument you got. Just, wow. If you dig too deep into the joke on how it could have been better, it kind of takes away from the fucking joke. Just saying, it makes the joke less funny. It just takes elements away from it. I think that's what Dotunes was trying to get across. And I think she demonstrated that pretty fucking well. You, on the other hand, I'm a bit skeptic. Because all you did throughout the entire video, like you caught Dotunes on doing, is make the same point over and over again. That's a bit hypocritical. But sure it is.
All she does the entire video is just say, you don't get the joke, so I'm just going to point it out for you. For every single one of them with like what, 20, without 20 of them. And she keeps on saying that just because Mr. Enter does not get the joke suddenly means that he doesn't think that the joke is there. And her only evidence is just her twisting the words of Mr. Enter.
First of all, she doesn't just explain every fucking joke in the video. She also explains that the mysterious Mr. Enter does not understand the concept of dark humor and joke setups, as well as other things that he gives Family Guy and American Dad shit for. Yet again, you give her shit for using the same argument over and over again. The only evidence she has is twisting the words of Mr. Enter. I find that to be a hypocritical statement because your only evidence against Doodle Tunes is twisting her words. Do you ever think before you say? I don't think you do. Good.
I don't get the reference. If the audience doesn't get the reference, then the joke should be invisible.
Alright, so you finally just outright and said it. There is no joke if I don't get it.
He didn't say that just because he doesn't get the joke doesn't mean it doesn't exist. He meant that the people who don't get the reference wouldn't get the joke. That's what he's talking about when he's saying that it's invisible. He's saying it's invisible to the people who don't get it, which is the audience. And it just goes over and over without any form of stopping. And some of her points are valid, and I'll give her that, but most of her points aren't, and it's just grating. And that's the main problem of her video. She makes good, decent points sometimes, but most of the points she doesn't.
You can't.
That is not at all a valid point. When Mr. Editor said the joke should be invisible, he wants to be invisible to himself because he doesn't get the joke. Something Doodletunes proved throughout the entire videos. And you claim that she only had a few decent points and most of her points were pretty bad. Right. Because your points were clearly better. No, they weren't better. Your points were just as bad, to be honest. Because all you did in this entire video, I think before I mention this, is dick ride Mr. Enter and bash Jewel Tunes with very bad logic. I mean, honestly. This is all you got against her in this video is, oh, well, he didn't say this. Oh, he meant to say this. It's just pathetic arguments. It just makes you look pathetic, and it makes your argument seem more pathetic. Good lord. I've heard stronger arguments against users from the Slayer of Demons 99. He at least has good points. You, on the other hand, no. Your points are just downright awful. I would continue and show the final clip or two, but I really don't feel like doing that. Mainly because all he continues doing throughout the video is dick right and enter. Bashing dual tunes are pretty fucking bad logic. And of course, making very bad points, being a complete hypocrite, and just downright not thinking before he says. I'm gonna be honest with you, pissed off bro. For our first commentary, this was pretty bad. For your standards, anyway. I'm not saying my avatar is any better because it's just a still picture, but still. If you're gonna give dual tune shit for using anime pictures as her avatar, why don't you give yourself shit for literally using a Microsoft Paint figure that took you 1 to 2 minutes to draw, and then you also claim that she has lots of bad points. You have even worse points. You claim that she can't take a joke when you can't take a joke. Honestly, I hope you grow as a content creator, but until then, take this criticism as my advice for your next commentary. Just put some more effort into it and actually research your shit before you make it. Otherwise, you make yourself look like a dumbass on the entire internet. And that's exactly what you just did. There's not really a whole lot left to say. With all that said, this has been BoredJeff02, signing out.